Despite what some Twilight Zone historians want to tell you, season 5 had some really, really good episodes, and this was one of them. I really think this could have easily fallen into Alfred Hitchcock Presents or Night Gallery. Yes, it's a Twilight Zone episode, but the twists and turns in it could have turned this to a full hour show because it's that good. Now, Don Gordon, a very underrated actor, plays the lead in this what's called a self improvement of Salvadore Ross. Now, it's episode 16 of season 5, January 1764. In this one, a man finds he has the ability to trade anything, even personal traits and conditions, with whoever agrees to the swap. Now, according to Serling's narration, confidential personnel file on Sal Ross. Personality, a volatile mixture of fury and frustration. Distinguishing physical characteristics, a badly broken hand, which will require emergency treatment at the nearest hospital. Ambition, shows great determination towards self-improvement. Estimated potential success, a sure bet for listing in Who's Who in the Twilight Zone. Now, Serling didn't write this. It was Jerry McNeely did the teleplay. A lot of people believe that Salvador Ross was a mutant, and we'll see what the facts are here. Now, Ross is a brass, insensitive, ambitious 26-year-old man who desires a lovely young social worker named Lee Maitland. Lee and Ross dated for a time, but she broke off the relationship because their personalities are compatible. When Ross continues to bother her, Leah puts her foot down and finally instincts. I don't think it's ending if you go by the scene. He has been so loud that her father has come out to see if she's all right. Her father is in a wheelchair and is a very compassionate person. After a curt exchange, they go inside and Ross slams his fist into a closed door, breaking his hand. This sends him to the local hospital where he's forced to spend the evening. Ross' roommate, ironically, is an elderly man with a respiratory infection. Ross sarcastically suggests that he would like to trade ailments with the old man, who jokingly accepts the trade and they go to sleep. Salvador turns over quickly and hits his hand. He then realizes it no longer hurts and begins to unwrap it. As he unwraps it, he begins to cough. He gets out of the bed and checks the other man, whose hand has begun to hurt. The old man begs Ross to reverse this. At his age, he says the hand won't heal properly, but Ross dismisses him. Now, Ross then realizes he has a mutant or supernatural power to make trades with other people. In exchange for $1 million and a penthouse apartment, Ross sells his youth to an elderly millionaire. As a result, Ross is now very rich, but old. He offers a number of young men, beginning with a hotel bellboy, $1,000 for each year of their lives they trade to him. In short order, Ross is 26 again, so it's probably cost him $50,000. Now, Ross is now young, rich, and thanks to a trade with a college student, well-spoken, so he goes to Leah's apartment. His father is there and unimpressed with the superficial change in Ross, knowing that he does not love Leah, but simply wishes to possess her. Leah comes home, and after she sees Salvador change his ways some, agrees to go to dinner with him. However, by the end of the date, she's again repulsed by Ross's personality. She wants a man who is caring and compassionate as her father. Frustrated, Ross approaches Mr. Maitland, who is kind to him despite his disrespectful and condescending demeanor, but does not think he would be a good husband for his daughter. Ross offers him $100,000 to make him and Leah financially secure in exchange for something from Mr. Maitland. When the father asks what he has, Ross says, well, it's a little hard to explain. The next day, Ross has become warm, compassionate, and has won Leah's heart. Ross meets with Mr. Maitland in private to apologize for his previous behavior and asks for his permission to marry Leah. Now, in the episode's Great Spin, which I think is one of the best in TV history, Maitland refuses. Ross implores the older man to show compassion. Maitland coldly replies, compassion? Don't you remember? I said I sold that to you yesterday, and shoots Ross dead. According to closing narration, the Salvador Ross program for self-improvement, the all-in-one surefire success course that lets you lick the bully, learn the language, dance the tango, and anything else you want to do, or think you want to do. Money back guarantee. Offer limited to the Twilight Zone. Now, Harry Sizer adapted the story for an episode of CBS Radio Mystery Theater, A Bargain of Blood, which was broadcast on June 10th, 1974. Now, if you're a comic book fan, obviously there's a lot of connections, with the X-Men in this episode. But Don Gordon, like I said, a very underrated actor, really puts out a great performance. And a lot of good character actors. There's Gail Cove as well, Vaughn Taylor, J. Pat O'Malley, Douglas Dumbrill, Douglas Lambert, Seymour Castle, Ted Jacks, and Kathleen O'Malley. Now, this was a good run on season 5 around this time. Previous episode was the underrated The Long Borrow about space travel and a couple having to deal with, expansive time. And of course, number 12 looks just like you, which is sort of more relevant in 2024 than it was 60 years ago. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you can find this episode, it was shown on City TV in the weekend. It holds up pretty good. But do not watch the fully unsyndicated, what do you call it, the cut version. You're going to lose a lot of, as we say, depth of field. Now, why I think season 5 was so hit and miss, because Earl Hamner had been brought in to write a lot of the episodes, and Hamner, God bless him, it was just different stories on a theme. He did the plot for the Waltons, he did the plot for Jess Bell, he had the West Virginia, redneck down pat, or what you call woodsman, and didn't really work in the Twilight Zone. But it just seems there was a lot of filler in season 5. But I think these 3 episodes really stand out because basically they hold up. Now, I would too bad the new Twilight Zones, including the 3 different versions of the new Twilight Zone, could have done a different spin on this with a female in the lead, losing weight or gaining beauty and stuff like that. But what's weird about this, ladies and gentlemen, like a lot of people, when you think of Don Gordon, with the Steve McQueen movies he did as well, but his career in acting was tremendous. He worked with Paul Newman, he worked with Dustin Hoffman, he was in the Big Omen 3 movie playing the assistant to Damien, and the TV again was quite good. He was also one of the 4 leads, and of course, The 4 of Us Are Dying, which some people could consider the best episode of season 1, on lucky number 13 for the Gordon character. Anyway, he did appear up until the early 1990s in a lot of the key movies. Unfortunately, he passed 6 years ago, and boys, his passing was really news, because known as one of the stars of the Twilight Zone in those 2 episodes. What a career he had, and what a career as a character actor. But in this one, like I said, a very underrated actor. I'd like to see him in a sort of like a buddy investigative film. Like him and Rod Steiger would have been tremendous together. So if you like what we're doing here with our Twilight Zone podcast, let us know with a like, comment, subscribe, or share.